Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I have a review of these very affordable water-soluble oil pastels. They're by Mont Marte, and I picked these up on Amazon for $16 or between $16 and $17. They might have been $15.99, they might have been $16.99, I don't remember exactly, but I bought this set of 48 because I was really curious about how these water-soluble oil pastels would be, and I've never seen a set this large of water-soluble oil pastels. I've used the Crayon portfolio and the Prima marketing, which is the same as the Mungio, and I've used the Mungio iridescent ones. So those were sets of 24, and I was just curious to see what we could do with a larger set. So the first time I used them, I played around with them a bit, and I used them in a multimedia way, and I used them on the background here. I used them for stamping, stenciling, sketching, painting, lots of different techniques, and they were really fun to play with. And so then I decided I would do a painting just with the pastels, and I have a tutorial of this on my YouTube channel. It's a real-time one if you want to paint along. And I did spray it with some Degas fixative just to see like how it would work. These do dry mostly, but they are a little bit, still a little bit smudgeable and waxy. Not as bad as a traditional oil pastel, but they definitely still can be smudged and moved after they dry. The more you add water, the less smudgeable it's going to be, but like if I haven't added fixative to that, and I do get a little red on my finger if I rub that, but it doesn't smudge it out too badly. So they're not quite as smudgy as your typical oil pastel. So there's some artwork done with it. Then I decided to swatch them all out on white and black and gray paper, just so we could see their opacity. So I'm just going to put this on the screen. You can see certain colors are quite opaque. The white is quite opaque. You can also see that it's kind of crumbly. Like I added water to these, but I want to leave the crumbles there just so you can kind of see. They do leave behind some crumbles that can be smudged out or added out with, like, brushed out with water. But just to kind of show you the opacity on these different colors in case you like to work on toned paper. Obviously the pastel tones, the earth tones, they were all nice and opaque. Yellows, reds, your more like transparent colors were less opaque, obviously. The more vibrant the color, the less opaque it is. And you can see, as you wash it out, it does lose a lot of its oomph. So my personal favorite way to use these is to use them quite dry with just a little bit of water for blending. Like when we did the study of the Monet water lilies, I colored in the background, then I misted it with a fine mist sprayer, and then I smudged it out with my fingers, and then I layered up these other colors. They layer up really well, and overall, you know, I was really happy with this product. But then I decided to compare it with other products I already had, and that's when the wind came out of my sails a little bit. So that's what we're going to do today. I think on its own, they're fun to use. It's a great color selection. The price is right, but you may have stuff in your stash already that's pretty much the same, but maybe a little bit better. So I decided to choose some colors, some products that I thought were the most similar. I chose the Mungio or Prima watercolor water-soluble oil pastels here. I used 3 colors, and all I did was, I need to have a tissue or something to wipe the color off the end here. So what I did was I just swatched them out and then added water to them. I'll swatch them on top just so you can kind of see how they looked when they were first swatched out, and then I mixed the yellow and the blue there to green, and the red and yellow there for orange. So you can see those swatch out nice and thickly. Then that's the Mont Marte one. Let's take a look at that. I mean, and also the size of these pastels, they are your typical oil pastel size, so not super big. Let's see, I think I used that red. No, I think I used this red. Tried to pick the same color for everything. Now these feel a little bit drier, a little bit more crumbly. You can see I got little loose crumbles. They're not as oily as the Mungio / Prima. I used this yellow here. Yeah, they just feel a little bit drier. They feel a little bit closer to a crayon, honestly. Kind of a little bit more like the eye crayon. They feel very similar to the eye crayon. But when I mixed these colors, I got much duller results, and when I washed them out, they were not as saturated as the Mungio. So I do think the Mungio is a better quality. You only get 24. I think a set of 24 is around $12. It could be 12 to 24. It depends on where you buy it, honestly. If you're buying the Prima brand one, you're going to pay about $1 a pastel. If you're buying the Mungio, you probably pay about 50 cents a pastel. So, and it's a bigger pastel too. So let me just show you. I'll grab 2 that are fairly unused. So you can see size-wise, the Mungio is this lighter one here, or Prima, Mungio or Prima, and then just lengthwise. So you do get a bit more with this pastel. And then the Portfolio by Crayola. This is a wonderful little set here. I've used this a lot in my classes, my kids' classes. I've bought this set so many times. A set of 24 is around $10, so a really good deal. They feel much, well, I'd say they're right in between the Mont Marte and the Mungio. Mungio's a little bit better quality, but for the price, I mean, 24 for $10. Depends, I guess it depends on what you're buying and how much you're paying. Mungios are a little bit better, but these are definitely nothing to turn your nose up at. These are a little bit more translucent. Those are a little bit more opaque. But yeah, these are kind of in between the Mungio and the Mont Marte. Mungio, I think, is my favorite for the water-soluble oil pastel right now. And then I thought these also remind me a lot of the eye crayon crayons. So these come in sets of 25. There's a classic color set and a European color set. They also have a classic set of 12, and these are around $1 a piece. So let's see, the Portfolio we just tried to wrote 45 cents a piece. The Prima Mungio is about $1 a piece. The eye crayon's about $1 a piece. And these are very similar. They're a little bit drier. They feel a little bit more like a Neocolor II. They're a little bit drier. They're quite opaque. I like to also use these with just a little bit of water, not a lot. But you know, they're drier. They're not very crumbly, so you have less crumbles with these. They do feel like they're probably a little bit better quality. I like these two. These are nice for the price. Definitely nice for the price. If you want something drier, go with the eye crayon. If you want something creamier, go with the Mungio or the Portfolio. You know, just I would see what's available for you. And that's what these look like. And we can compare them size-wise. They're a little skinnier. They're skinnier. They're exactly the same size as the Neocolor II. They're a little skinnier, but they are longer. So it's probably about the same amount of product. But it seems like it wears down less than the oil pastel. So, you know, I would say I don't know, I would say they're fairly, I think the eye crayons are a little higher quality, honestly, but they're a different product. This is definitely more of a crayon that's more of an oil pastel. Oh, the Mont Marte's come in at 38 cents a piece. I just kind of pulled out per crayon prices just to kind of get it apples to apples a bit. But then I decided I've got to try it with the classic, the Caran d'Ache. And it pains me that the Caran d'Ache performs so well because I don't like their sneaky antics as a company. But I do have I have a lot of Neocolor IIs. I had the set of, I had a half stick set of 15, I think, to start off with, and then I got the set of 84 when it went on sale. I've got the metallics, and I've replaced ones that I've used up open stock. So yeah, I have a lot of Neocolor IIs. I really like them. And they did perform better. They were, when I swatched those out, they were much more vibrant, much more opaque, much more saturated, just much more quality than the other ones, but they're also much more in price. So I think their list price is $3 a piece, but generally you'll find them online for $2.10, $2.50 a piece. So they are double the price of any of these or more. But I did find that they performed quite a bit better. And they also wear down a lot less, like just in comparison to the oil pastels and also the eye crayons. I find that these are a little bit firmer, but they still put out a lot more product and they're more opaque, so they don't wear out as much, but you get more, I don't want to say more bang for your buck because they do cost twice as much, but you do get a lot more, use out of them. You get a lot more product, I think, in the long run. So I swatched them out to see their opacity there. The Neocolor IIs were the most opaque, then followed by probably the eye crayon, and then the Mungio, and then the Portfolio. Let's see how these stacked up. Of course, I swatched all of these. So like the yellow, I would say the yellow was about the same as the Mungio. The red, I would say the red's about the same as the Mungio or Portfolio. Yeah, they're as opaque as the other water-soluble pastels, I would say. The blue, yeah, it's as opaque as the Mungio. I think the Portfolio might be a little bit more opaque. But, you know, the crayons, the Neocolor II was more opaque than the others, but that's more of a wax crayon than an oil pastel. The oil's going to make it a little bit more translucent. So, I guess at the end of the day, what I would say is if you have enough colors in your Mungio or Portfolio, you have those brands and you're happy with the color selection, I would just stick with them. These are fun. The Mont Marte 48 set's a really fun set to play with. And had I not compared them with the other sets that I had that were similar, I probably would have rated these higher because they were a lot of fun to play with, and I really enjoyed the artwork that I made with them. I thought I made some really cute stuff, and they were fun to work with. They were really a pleasure to use. But quality-wise, they are not as pigmented as these other brands that we already have. Of course, they're cheaper. They are cheaper. You're getting 48 colors for $17 versus getting 24 colors for $10 to $25 or more if you're looking at the Caran d'Ache. But I don't know. Also, the eye crayon and the Neocolor II will dry, whereas these still are going to stay a little bit smudgy. Well, we can do a little smudge test here. Let's see. This is Neocolor II. It will smudge a little bit. Yeah, it does smudge a little bit. Let's try the eye crayon. The eye crayon's a little bit more smudgeable. Oh, actually, did I re-swatch that? Oh, you know what? Maybe it's not. Oh, okay. The eye crayon is probably the least smudgeable. Oh, that's interesting. I had crud on my fingers though. Oops. Let's see. Mungio is quite smudgeable. Portfolio's pretty smudgeable. Not quite as smudgeable as Mungio. Let's see. Mont Marte. Actually, yeah, the Mont Marte is quite smudgeable. It's probably as smudgeable as Mungio. Probably also, it also will depend on how much you put there. Yeah, I'm gonna say the Mungio Prima ones are more, they're equivalently smudgeable, maybe a little bit more. The eye crayon is the least smudgeable once dry, so something to think about there, depending on what you want for, you know, working ability. Do you want to feel like you have to spray fixative with it? Like this, I did fix it, and you know, I can still get, it feels pretty dry, but I can still get some stuff up on my fingers, so I would need to matte this and frame it under glass if I wanted to preserve it. Just something to consider, but a lot of fun, a lot of colors. I think if you're like a card maker and you like to do like stenciled backgrounds, stamped backgrounds, this would be actually a really good set for you because you have so many colors. And what I did was I just misted my stamp with water, and then I just directly colored on the stamp with the crayons, and then I stamped it, and you could get a couple ghost impressions, and I think those would work really well because once you're adding that much water to it, it doesn't smudge. If you're going through a stencil with it, it will smudge a bit, but if you like if you rub it in like with a baby wipe or a wet sponge, I think I use like a makeup sponge, then it will lock it into the paper. And so I'd say for card making, this is probably the way to go because they're not too smudgy and oily if you stamp or stencil with them and really rub them in through the stencil. Plus you have that color variety, so you can match your cardstock, match your motifs, match your coloring, all of that. So I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10 for card makers for those techniques. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 for use and fun and just being able to create something really lovely with it. And, you know, 10 out of 10 for value if you're, you know, just not comparing it to anything else. But in a situation where I'm comparing it to other products, it would probably be more like a 6 out of 10. Neocolors would get the 10 spot, except for the price. They would, you know, they're more expensive. But I honestly, you know, I do feel like you're getting your money's worth with those. Like I said, I've had my Neocolor IIs. I started using those in the late 90s, so it's been like 25 years. And I'm still. I had one color crumble. I don't know what happened to it, just crumbled. It was a yellow ochre. All the other ones have held up really well. They haven't split or cracked too badly. In fact, at all. Maybe I had to replace a yellow ochre because of that. I've replaced some whites because I've used them up. But yeah, they've stayed really, you could see I got some little nubbins in there. They've held up really well. Even the colors I haven't used that much have still held up really well. So longevity, I mean, assuming they're still, I think they're the same quality. I purchased an open stock one recently. It seems like they're the same. I think that, you know, if money's no object, you want the best quality, go with these, but it's not an oil pastel. Those, you know, it is crayon versus an oil pastel. So it really just depends on what you want. I think they're good for the price. And they certainly are fun to use, but when you start comparing them quality-wise, they're not as vivid as the Mungio or Portfolio. They're not as opaque as the eye crayon or the Neocolor II, and they're not as, and you know, the Neocolor II is both vivid, opaque, and yeah, just a pleasure to work with. So there you have it. So I guess I would say if you have a big set of Neocolor IIs, because you can do those techniques that I showed you here with the Neocolor IIs. You can mist your stamp, you can color it with the Neocolor II and stamp with it, or go through a stencil. You can do all of those things with the Neocolor II. So I would say if you have room for one, you budget for one, I probably would save up and go with a smaller set of the Neocolor IIs and the bigger set of these 48 Mont Marte. In fact, my class, Watercolor Crayon Workshop, we use a set of 15 of the Neocolor IIs, and I don't think you'd be able to get by with a set of 15 of these other products. Maybe the Mungio or Portfolio, but yeah, it wouldn't be as opaque. It wouldn't be quite the same. So anyway, I wanted to put this video out. I know a lot of people have been curious about these. I know these have been, when I did this project here, those sold out on Amazon. So they've been a very like hot, exciting product. I do think they're good. They are fun to work with, but when you compare them with other products in that kind of vein, I think there are good options that are just as good, if not better, for your art practice. So anyway, you can let me know what you think in the comments below. Yes, I have other gel crayons, I have other gelatos, things like that, that would be kind of water soluble and in this same ilk, but these are the ones that are the most similar to all the other like gel crayons, silky crayons, tempera sticks, all of that sort of thing. And if you want something that absolutely dries, you can go with a tempera stick, but those are quite a bit more expensive. You have plastic waste to contend with. None of these have plastic waste, which is really nice. You're only buying product and you can use it 100% up. You know, so just something to consider when you're thinking about what you want to add to your stash. You know, think about the waste as well. But there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please give me a thumbs up. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.